And welcome in, everyone, to Championship Weekend at the 2025 USTA Billie Jean King Girls 16s and 18s National Championships. Alex Gruskin here. As always, buckle your seatbelts. We have an absolute battle on our hands. A Girls 18s quarterfinal bout. It's top seed, Akasha Arobo, currently ranked 429 in the WTA singles rankings, was ranked as high as 282 back in March. Top seed here this year, taking on 7th-seeded and former Girls 16s champion Alyssa Ahn. Time to say those 4 magical words. Let's play some tennis. Ahn serving first on the far side. And we're off and rolling. Of course, Alyssa Ahn, the recent graduate, was ranked as high as 1 in her class back in 2022. She'll be joining Stanford this fall, a big pickup for the card. The current world number 738, 21-8 in her ITF Pro Circuit action this season. Made the semifinal of a 15K and here in San Diego back in early July. Semifinals at 15K in Lakewood back in late June as well. 2 of them, actually. Firepower is something, isn't it? Show you that one more time. And whether it's the forehand inside out or again here, the full rip on the backhand cross. Yeah, you're going to be on the back foot. I mean, come on. Rips a couple of winners in the opening game to get us rolling, and that's the question. It's the question today for 7th-seeded Alyssa Ahn. It's been the question for everyone in the draw. How do you slow down this top seed? It's just steady down the center. Right now she's asking Arobo, take your cuts. Already working here in the opening set. Of course, for top seed Akasha Arobo's yet to drop a set in this one. Alyssa Ahn needed 3 sets to advance in the round of 32. A 3-set win for her over seeded Sophie Sue. Straight set win for Ahn yesterday over Joanna Kennedy. Arobo a 6-3-6 love victory over 17th seeded Alanis Hamilton. Yeah, that'll work. Showing off her own firepower early. Alyssa Ahn will show you that backhand one more time. Has to be willing to take her chances whenever that ball's left short in the service box. Does so there to set up another game point. Did all she could, but Arobo there to pounce, and now it's a break point chance in the opening service game of Alyssa Ahn. I mean, come on. What do you do? You get it. You get why Arobo's been able to crack the top 300 already this early in her career. Get the attempt. Gotta take your cuts. Find a way to get her off balance, but Akasha Arobo flashing the firepower early. Top seed with a break to get things rocking and rolling. I alluded to it earlier, so I'll show you just to prove I'm not crazy. 2022 champion Alyssa Ahn of the girls 16 singles event. Again, soon to be Stanford Cardinal. One of the many illustrious champions on this list. You look at the former girls 18 singles champs again. Eva Jovic, still young enough to play in this event. I think not only this season, but the next 2 years. And yet she doesn't need to. 87 in the current live rankings. She'll get into the U.S. Open on her own volition. As, of course, will 2021 champ Ashlyn Kruger. Katie Valiant's just outside the top 100 right now, but has been ranked as high as top 60 in the world. A lot of talented names, all-Americans across the board. Claire Gunaway, by the way, earned a round 1 victory in Cincinnati yesterday over top 50 player Haley Baptiste. Best of the best, the premier event on the American Junior Tennis calendar. That's why we appreciate all of you tuning in, joining us. Just surviving. She's put on the back foot so quickly, and yet again, Alyssa Ahn's there. She's ready for the challenge. Had multiple game points, obviously, in that opening service game, and strong response here. Just like that, she's got 2 break points back. The depth. I wouldn't mess around with that Alyssa Ahn backhand. And just like that, it's a break back. We are off and running. Gonna do all the little things right. Gonna ask every proper question. Love the response there from Alyssa Ahn. Undeterred here at the start. 1-all in the opening set of our quarterfinals. course, got to factor in the nerves here early for each of these players, right? Talk about the stakes as we go on, but being the premier event on the American Junior Tennis calendar, the association with Billie Jean King, you know the stakes are high. Competing, of course, the girls' 18 singles champion offered a wild card into the U.S. Open women's singles main draw. For each championship weekend, the shot is available. Trading a few mistakes early, no doubt. Of course, you're looking for the tactics. Too early to see any clear patterns emerging. Keep an eye out for them always. Big spot here for Alyssa on. That'll work. Stepping up when the opportunity presents itself. Show you those forehands one more time. The diligent footwork, obviously a little bit of a stumble for Arobo, but that's a winner no matter what. That backhand cross. What a weapon. It's not just how she drives through the ball, pushing on into the alley, into the... maybe even beyond that alley as well. So impressive. Just keeps fighting. Good depth there from Arobo. Sets up a breakpoint chance. No, she pushed it wide. Don't sleep on that first serve, which was called out. My apologies. Yeah, what can you do? Started with the return. What can you do is obviously make first serve, but boy, the pressure is on, and Arobo just keeps on attacking. Another breakpoint chance coming up for the top seed. Love that little flick of the wrist. Love that she gave herself a little margin. It wasn't about pace, it was about placement. Proactive with her feet to find the forehand there as well. That's a good first forehand. That line shot's just better. We are trading breaks early. 3 breaks to start this match. Arobo back out in front, 2-1. And as I alluded to, again, let's talk you through the stakes of this event, the 2025 USTA Billie Jean King Girls 16s and 18s National Championships, the premier event on the junior tennis calendar for a reason. Wild cards, of course, awarded to the girls 18 singles and doubles champions. You will be playing main draw of the women's singles, women's doubles events. Not only get to share the locker room, you get the chance to compete against the best in the world. That's the opportunity offered to our 18s champions. Of course, girls 18 singles finalists, you're still going to New York to compete against the pros. You get a shot at qualifying. Top 5 finishers all headed to New York. Of course, 3rd through 5th place. You're going to be in the juniors event. 3rd place getting the main draw wild card. Qualifying wild cards, the 4th and 5th place finishers. Girls 16s champion getting a spot in the junior main draw as well. Of course, we'll have girls 16 semifinal action for you later today. Those matchups, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Hannah Aralt taking on Brooke Kwan. Paige Wygotsky threw in 3 sets yesterday. She'll take on 17-seeded Elin Chen. By the way, Aralt, of course, the upset of top seed Carlota Moreno. 3-set thriller. She was down 5-2 in the 3rd and working her way back. So if anything lives up to a 10th of the drama of that one, we're in for a fun day. Alex Gruskin here for you. Akasha Arobo searching for the first hold of our quarterfinal. Top seed steps to the line, 2-1 opening set. Okay, that forehand was good. For every +1 win or a +1 error. So it's led to this steady pace here to start. So I should say back and forth pace. Maybe not steady. Yeah, that'll do.
30-15. Game Urhobo.
Puts her first hold on the board. Akasha Arobo, big hitting we're accustomed to from the top seed, finding her rhythm. Scary thought for 7th seed Alyssa On, who trails 1-3 opening set. Really good on the stretch. She's moving well, giving herself a chance. She's landing first serve. She's going to stay in this fight. You hear that wind starting to pick up ever so slightly. 72 degrees, a cool morning, 9:34 a.m. Pacific. I love, though, how she gets forward, how her moves her body into the court as she ramps up the aggression. Still, the misfire from Arobo means 40 love game point chances for Alyssa On. It's a really good service game from Alyssa On. The perfect response. She puts her first hold on the board. Still, it's Akasha Arobo. 3-2 break lead opening set. Mentioned, of course, the association with this national championship event with the great Billie Jean King. Well, of course, another gift from Billie Jean King to the tennis world. The book Trailblazers, the unmatched story of women's tennis by Billie Jean King, Jolie Christine. It celebrates the incredible achievements of women in tennis with this beautiful illustrated collection of biographies. Young readers will be captivated by the stories and inspiring records of trailblazing athletes like Serena and Venus Williams, Billie Jean King, Naomi Osaka, and many more. You can order your copy of Trailblazers today by scanning that QR code on your screen. Again, Trailblazers, the unmatched story of women's tennis, another inspiring read offered up by the great Billie Jean King, who, of course, we're so grateful to have her association with this event. Again, talk about the icon in our sport. So many greats have passed through this event over the years. Tough to keep track. Tracy Austin, Lindsay Davenport. Think about the recent champions we mentioned earlier. Jovic, Kruger, volley net, Cici Bellis, who won this event, went on to have a successful U.S. Open. Of course, Sonia Kennan wins it the next year. Would argue this 18s field, it's about as good of a field as we have had maybe since that era. Top 500 rankings for Arobo, Pareja. Again, Jovic isn't even in the event. Top seed Akasha Arobo She'll serve 3-2 up a break, opening set. Call confirmed by the chair, missed a little long. Again, a few too many errors from each of them so far. If you're Alyssa on, just given again how aggressive Arobo can be, that it's easier to stay in the booth, not a ball she wants to miss. Solid depth. Again, she moves so well. Great defense once again from Alyssa on. And just like that, it's break point chances right back for the 7th seeded on. Even there, got a stick on it, but you gotta love Arobo's commitment to that aggression. Getting forward under pressure.
Go for it, I'll get it for you. I'm right here.
Breakpoint chances fought off, and there you see again the payoff. You understand the Arobo error. She's taking her cuts. That's her game style. She can live with missing a forehand long, missing an approach wide. Stays committed to it. That's the most impressive thing. Did everything well but make the overhead. So instead a game point chance for Arobo.
Please.
All right, a break point chance for on.
Advantage on.
Yeah, it's a heck of a response. Arobo again pushing forward on. Frustrated she didn't at least make her play a volley there, but it's a good approach. It's good pressure. No. I mean, again, every slice just dipping in. That was a ridiculous ball cross-courting it. There's Alyssa on, just more depth. That high and heavy forehand she played, pushing Arobo off the baseline. It's really smart defense. That defense earns her a breakpoint chance once again. So can Alyssa on level this match? About 40 minutes into this one. Feels like every game's looked exactly like this. Another successful foray forward under pressure. Can she find a break? No, pushes the approach wide, so ultimately it is, again, the persistence, the patience, the defense of 7th-seeded Alyssa Ahn earns the break back for 3-all. Big response. Tug of war this opening set. 4 breaks of serve so far. No clear run of momentum. Still waiting for that runway, right, where we have both players playing at their best simultaneously. When it happens, this one's going to get that much more exciting. But, again, both players balancing some early errors on adjusting to the pace of Arobo. It's a gift, no doubt. Right back to Arobo, a love 30 look. Yeah, that's a big point. Great response to the depth on the return. How's that for finding a big first serve and a big spot in that combination? T-serve plus 1 forehand inside out. It's been the most consistent attacking play in Ahn's arsenal to start. Game point chance for her to retake the lead. There it is. Look at the touch. Would expect to start seeing Arobo use that play more on anticipating the pace, the attacking tennis. She's taken a few steps behind that baseline, no doubt. Smart way to take advantage of that court positioning. The drop shot wrinkle. Oh, little let cord. Oh, no luck. It bounced back on her side. So a break point chance for Arobo now coming up. Yeah, there it is. Top seed looking the part there, didn't she? Arobo grabs the break. She stays out in front. 4-3 opening set. Show you that one more time. It's just how quickly she jumps on anything left short. Yeah. I'm looking for a little more racket speed on that pass. Still, Akasha Arobo stays out in front again. 4-3. Opening set, of course, you've got all 4 of your quarterfinals right now on court. Arobo versus On, matchup number 1, but also on court, Alexis Nguyen, 5 seed, taking on 17-seeded Tianmei Wang. Battle of 17 seeds is Maya Iyengar taking on Ava Rodriguez. What a 2-day run for Rodriguez. Back-to-back, come from behind, 3-set victories. Of course, you've got second-seeded Julieta Pareja taking on Janae Preston as well. A lot of good action. As, of course, all the top juniors in the world, in the country, descending upon San Diego for this week's event. Arobo, by the way, still live in both singles and doubles. Top seed in both events, partnered with Victoria Osigwe. They're through the quarterfinals, where today they'll take on Ava Rodriguez. Capucine Geoffrey. Ava Rodriguez, Akasha Arobo, the only players in the girls 18 still alive in both singles and doubles. Of course, a little further ahead in the girls 16s. Semi-final set for later today. Hannah Aralt, the only player still alive in both events there. So, again, we got plenty of action spread out throughout the day. Appreciate all of you who are joining us. We'll have a girls 16 semi-final for you. That match scheduled for not before 3 p.m. Eastern Time. For now, we're focused in here as we approach the hour mark. Akasha Arobo stays out in front by a break. 4-3 opening set. Pendulum swings have been frequent throughout the course of this opening set. Feel like we're playing at Arobo's pace, right? Shorter rallies. Feel like we're ending either, again, a successful foray forward for Arobo, or she misses the approach. It's been an interesting balance, and obviously the 4-3 lead, she's teetering just on the right side of it. Well, it's always fun to smack forehands around with the planes overhead. Arobo just, again, the slight misfire on that forehand into the net. One of our longer points, dare I say. Big first serve there from Arobo, a pivotal game point chance for separation. But pulls another approach a little wide. It's the right intent. Thought we'd see a little more of it, taking advantage of the court positioning. Good speed. Alyssa tracks it down, just couldn't get quite enough on that ball to try to keep it low. Another game point chance here for Arobo. And there's the big hold for Arobo, so the top seed does create separation. Just her second hold of the set, but a pivotal one. 5-3, she now leads. Yeah, that ball is just... It induces fear. I mean, again, the drive through it, it's just so fluid. It's a really fun backhand strike. A glimpse into the ceiling of Akasha Arobo moving forward. And yet the depth has been the saving grace. Big cut. Leaks a little wide, so game point chances coming up here for Alyssa On. So the question is asked. Alyssa On holds 4-4-5 still. It'll be top seed Akasha Arobo serving for the opening set after the change of ends. Alex Gruskin here. Again, appreciate all of you joining us for our coverage of the 2025 USTA Billie Jean King Girls 16s and 18s National Championships. Of course, you've got the men's action over in Kalamazoo this week. As always, cannot recommend enough. Go read Colette Lewis's Zoo Tennis blog each and every day. You can find it on tennisrecruiting.net. You can find it, of course, just by going to zootennis.com as well. Of course, again, such a fun battle here between two players currently ranked inside the top 800 of the pro rankings. Two of the most esteemed juniors of their respective classes. Again, Alyssa On gonna join Stanford in the fall. What a recruiting class for Stanford. Signature class for Frankie Brennan, of course, as he establishes himself in the head coaching role. Not only do you grab Alyssa On, you grab, of course, the number 3 seed at this year's event, Monica Ekstrand. You've got Tianmei Wang, who's still alive in the quarterfinals here, out on court right now against Alexis Nguyen, joining as well. It is a heck of a class, the number 1 class for 2025, according to tennisrecruiting.net. Understandably so. 3 elite blue-chip recruits. Of course, this is a team that's had the number 1 recruiting class in 3 of the last 5 seasons as well, so it is still the Stanford women's team. You understand why. The prestige, again, the elite of the elite, winningest program in women's college tennis history. Alyssa On, I'm sure, more than looking forward to joining its ranks. In the meantime, here we go. Top seed Akasha Arobo serves for the opening set. It's been the play that's paid the most dividends. That just +1 into the backhand to open up, serve into the backhand to open up the +1 cross. That +1 into the Alyssa On forehand just hasn't struck the pass. I mean, it's hard to hit that pass for anyone. But that's been the pressure point Arobo's found most successfully today. Been a wrinkle. Sharp one at that. Set point chances coming in a beautifully executed service game here for Akasha Arobo. Yeah, that's a swing. Boy, she hits that inside-out forehand so well.
40-15.
A little more defense shown off by An, but that's why you build the 40-love lead. 2 more set point chances coming up. Bodies flying in all directions. It doesn't matter. And aggressive Alyssa An finally some success in tracking down the drop shot. All right, gets a little interesting. 40-love becomes 40-30. Set point number 3 coming up. Ended with authority.
First set, Urhobo.
It's an opening set to Akasha Arobo. 6-4 she grabs, and again, just a little +1 scoot down the line gets the job done. Arobo grabs the opening set 6-4. Halfway to the semifinals, she emerges, but again, a long way to go. Quite the back and forth tussle, over an hour, that opening set. Wouldn't have it any other way as our coverage rolls on. Alex Gruskin here again. If you haven't already heard, Trailblazers, the unmatched story of women's tennis by Billie Jean King, with contributions from Jolie Christine, available today. Celebrate the incredible achievements of women in tennis with this beautifully illustrated collection of biographies. Young readers will be captivated by the stories and inspiring records of trailblazing athletes like Serena and Venus Williams, Billie Jean King, Naomi Osaka, and many more. All you got to do is scan that QR code on your screen to order your copy today. Again, Trailblazers, the unmatched story of women's tennis, available now. Appreciate all of you joining us as our coverage continues. We will have one of the girls' semifinals for the 16s later on today. Again, those matchups going to be fun ones, certainly. Brooke Kwan taking on Hannah Aralt. Aralt, the last player alive in both singles and doubles. Paige Wygotsky, the number 4 seed, taking on 17th seeded Edelyn Chen as well. Of course, again, finished number 2 in her class, but was number 1 for most of the last 3 seasons. Akasha Arobo, recent graduate out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Current plan is we'll see her in the pros. I say current plan because I always say you never know, especially in today's college tennis environment. I assume we will see her in the pros. She's already been ranked top 300 in the world, and certainly, again, the opportunity to compete in New York, should she capture the title here, might just be the catalyst she needs. Top seed grabs the opening set in what was a back-and-forth affair, 6-4. Alyssa An will serve first to kick off set number 2. First set now in the books. You wonder again, that much more freedom for Arobo, who played such continued attacking tennis in set number 1. Not sure what a freer, more aggressive version would even look like, but Certainly she'll maintain her aggression. What can Alyssa Ahn do to make life easier for herself? Find the front foot more consistently. It obviously starts with the first serve. Yeah, that'll work. How she got low for that volley, right, but kept the hand steady. A massive moment here early to establish the tempo. Arobo, an early breakpoint chance. She looks to race out to a second set lead. Serve gets her out of the jam.
Advantage on.
Apologies. That's now our scoreboard up to date. That ball landing, hitting the net tape, landing back on the side of Arobo. So a game point chance now for On. Oh my God, stop it. It's your shot of the match so far. To land that volley from the shoestrings. I understood why she took it out of the air, but okay, if you can hit it like that, sure. She's looked good when she's been able to get on her front foot. Nice response there from On to set up another game point chance.
Road service. Please.
And she does grind her way to the opening hold.
Game on.
Had to have it. Lasan grabs it for the 1-love lead.
Second set.
Had the early lead in set number 1, but then Arobo grabbed that break and really never turned back. 1-love second set here. The fast change of ends, of course, after the opening game.
Time shot. Right on serving. Love. All. $15.30.
Yeah, that's a really successful drop shot.
30 all.
Much needed. Nice change of pace there as well from the top seed. To say all would be hyperbolic. But gotta think what? 75% of the games, maybe more, have gone to deuce? That's all you can ask for here as we near the 90-minute mark of this battle.
Admin and 2 Urhobo.
Yeah. Huge hold. Top seed level things at 1 apiece.
Game Urhobo. 1 game on. $15 level.
Yep.
$15.
You can feel the energy, the intensity picking up. Great backhand out of the corner, and then the redirect. $40.50. It's a big rip. Put the error into the net. It's an Alyssa rare easy hold for either player in this match.
Set Urhobo.
On out in front, 2-1 second set. Keeping my eye on the scoreboard. Should any of our other matches finish, we are at the hour-and-a-half mark, so perhaps one of our other quarterfinals more lopsided. However, not the case. Leave everything still out on court. Of course, semifinals scheduled 4 p.m. Eastern Time start tomorrow. course, that'll be after the girls 16 singles final. That one a 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, or 1:30, I suppose, p.m. Eastern start. Alex Gruskin here. Again, it's been back and forth. No one's been able to grab security, we'll say, at any point of this match. Arobo's offense has certainly dictated the pace, but a few errors leaking into the top seed's game today. You understand why those errors have leaked in. Relentless pressure, the defense, the movement in the corners, and when she's found first serve, she's been able to get Arobo on the back foot as well. Well-rounded, the game of Alyssa on. It's just, again, the explosiveness of Arobo certainly defining this one thus far. Top seed serving 1-2 on serve, second set. Yep, special.
15-11.
Every 2 steps forward, again, maybe that's a little hyperbolic, but it feels like, again, it is that rhythm. 2 points, Arobo connects, then an error leaks in. So what's allowed on to remain in this one? It's kept the scoreboard so narrow. Yeah, no hesitation there. And that's been the prevailing theme again. Errors come when you have the aggressive game style of Akasha Arobo. It's the persistence, the continued aggression. Really, really impressed by the 18-year-old. Game point chance here for 2-all. The longer the point, the better the chances for on. Got on top of that return, didn't she? And there's another return struck early. Love that wrinkle to deuce. Once again we go. And now all of the sudden, it's Alyssa on the breakpoint chance. There's the break for On. 4 straight points. She's out in front for the first time here in the second set, 3-1. With the break lead. Nah, she's starting to anticipate it a little bit better. Drop shot's just not open. Yeah, it's too good. Relentless pace there from Arobo. Just a nice one to settle the nerves, calm down here in set number 2. Again, she's up that set, right? So can still afford to swing a little freely. Just giving herself a little cushion. But the top seed's yet to drop a set here in San Diego. Some adversity certainly here as Alyssa on 3-1, 40-15 in the second. Alyssa on consolidates the break lead, so the 7th seed, the recent graduate, 4-1 out in front, set number 2. Well, it wouldn't be a championship weekend if we don't have some 3-set drama. Signs pointing that direction for now. And remember, just the disclaimer, full 3rd set, of course. Playing for a wild card into New York, 10-point tiebreak, not going to do it. So Alyssa on single break lead, but out in front, 4-1 second set. It's been a fascinating rhythm. Again, On raced out to the early lead in set number 1, but Arobo found a hold, grabbed the lead, never really gave it back after 3-all. The big hold for her coming to consolidate the lead, get up 5-3 in that opening set. So many deuce points, though, and add scoring. So we've had advantage points as well, but just when Arobo is firing, when she's playing downhill and when those approaches are landing, she has found plenty of success. You feel like we're still waiting for that 15-minute stretch where she gets hot and just sustains it. Can she find it here before set 2 gets too far away from her? Can Alyssa Ahn just stay steady? It's been great depth, smart decisions. Inside out forehand, the back end line have been extraordinary weapons. Love that.
15 love. Thirty love.
Settling in. Not too shabby there, right? Needed a service game like this. Thunderous. And you hear the roar echo in this stadium court. I love that. A much-needed Akasha Arobo simple hold. Maybe her first simple hold of the match. Allows her to settle back in here to set number 2. Narrows the deficit to 4-2. And remember, it's just a single break. Uh-oh. Are we seeing the start of the 15-minute stretch? Sure feels like it. Oh, Great speed. The anticipation to even guess left, but just jammed in the body by it. The bump lob has just been so effective in allowing her to inch her way back into points. Too deep. Arobo doesn't want to hit the overhead off that, but by the time she gets to the swinging volley, On's recovered. Nah, she just hung it up a hair. On knows it too. Great approach forward from Arobo there. Down the line backhand. Has to hit that one more. But watch the quick hands on that first volley, and then just guided it a little too much there. Arobo breaks right back. Fire from the top seed. Back on serve in this second set. 3-4 we go. Alex Gruskin here. Now we're having fun. Alyssa On throws the first punch here in set number 2. Akasha Urhobo responds and just, she stayed aggressive. Errors or not today. The pace she plays with, the consistent nature with which she's got on the back foot, it just starts to add up. And you wonder if maybe, just maybe, she's found a breakthrough with a little bit more confidence now here in set 2. But again, the battle continues to unfold. Meanwhile, we have our first result of the quarterfinals. It'll shock no one to learn second-seeded Julieta Pareja, finalist, of course, at Junior Wimbledon just a month ago. First woman through to the semifinals here in the girls 18. She earns a 6-3, 6-4 victory over Janae Preston. Pareja awaiting the winner of Ayangaran Rodriguez. Of course, she was the heavy favorite entering this event, one of the heavy favorites entering this event, as were these two. This was the match. The moment the draw came out, you're salivating at the thought of it. 2 top 8 seeds, 2 of the best juniors in their class forever. the culmination of all of that hard work, all of that success. Your final Kalamazoo quarterfinals. Kalamazoo, excuse me, San Diego quarterfinals. And now back on serve we go. Akasha Arobo to serve 3-4, deciding set. I just don't know how she does it. Yeah, to let court air, a little luck certainly for on, but watch this full sprint stab. I mean, you want to take that ball out of the air in theory, but it's not going to be an easy volley. Well, because of course. Another swing of the pendulum. Arobo doesn't love the call. I had no problem with it. And just like that, it's more breakpoint chances. Huh? I guess we should have expected it, right? That's world class. That's the sort of tennis that gets you in the top 100 someday. Two break points falling off. Here's the third for on. Pulls the forehand wide. It's the right swing, but the wrong execution. And after all of that, Alyssa On will serve to force a decider. Of course, breaking's only part one of the task. Can she find a hole to consolidate? That's what's been lacking thus far for the majority of these Alyssa On chances. There it is.
15-30.
And just like that, it's another pendulum swing. 2 break point chances coming up. We will play on in set number 2. Breaks traded. Akasha Arobo. Breaking right back 4-4-5. The top seed still trying to keep that clean sheet, right? She's yet to drop a set. So far at this event. Stays alive here in set number 2, 4-5. As again, first woman through to the semifinals, Julieta Pareja. Joined by Maya Iyengar. Iyengar ending the run of Eva Rodriguez, a 6-3, 6-3 victory for the 17 seed. So semifinal number 1 now set. It'll be Iyengar versus Pareja. That matchup again, 4 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Couple of straight set wins on the board. Who's going to join them? Again, the fellow Stanford commit of Alyssa On, Tianmei Wang, currently out on court, taking on 5th-seeded Alexis Nguyen. And then here, of course, we've got our other quarterfinal battle, Akasha Arobo. Staying alive, she'll now serve to level things, 4-5 second set. By the way, coming up after this, 3 p.m. Eastern time scheduled start. Our next match will be Paige Wygotsky taking on Elin Chen. Have coverage of that one, presumably, assuming as this one finishes here on our Cracked Racquets YouTube channel. Always helps to start with a big first serve. First serve wide. I like that play. Ugh. Well, that's a... They say life is balance, right? Big first serve to start. Double fault part 2. This has been the rhythm. On 2 points away from the set now.
There you go.
Another double fault. Puzzling. Not only a break point, but a set point chance coming up here for Alyssa on. How many lines did she hit? The slow rolling first serve, almost a nervy serve with the 2 double faults this game, just to say I got to get this one in. Whether it was the backhand cross, the forehand inside out, and then to go for that sort of swing, that, folks, is playing to win. Set point fought off. That's a perfect response. Oh, my apologies. Hit the replay button too soon. Still set point number 2 coming up. No. She pushes the forehand long. Well, it's quarterfinal Friday, the start of championship weekend. You expect drama, you expect twists, you expect turns. We get exactly that. Alyssa on breaks. We're going the distance. On center court. 10-minute break before a full third set awaits. We'll, of course, have coverage. First ball, the last of that, as soon as it begins. Step away for a moment. We'll all do so. Go grab yourself some lunch. Get comfortable. We got plenty more action ahead. Deciding set coming up. You're watching the 2025 USTA Billie Jean King Girls 16s and 18s National Championships exclusively here on the Cracked Racquets YouTube channel. Welcome back in, everyone. Apologies for the delayed start. Deciding set now officially underway. Little bump lob over the head.
1540.
Successfully employed drop shot lob combination and the fast start for Arobo. Break point chance right out of the gate after the shaky ending to set 2. Perfect way to kick off the decider. Little higher, a little heavier, safer targets. An adjustment from Arobo early in set number 3 just to buy herself some rhythm. Allow herself to work her way into this one. Arobo breaks to start the decider. 1-love. Again, Alex Gruskin here. The stakes could not be higher. Looking at the past champions, of course, Alyssa Ahn, a former girls 16s champion, but a reminder of what they're competing for this week in San Diego, the girls 18s champion. Main draw in wild card into the U.S. Open women's singles competition. Wild cards awarded to the doubles champions as well. Of course, girls 18's finalists going to go into U.S. Open qualifying. For 2 players with already established pro rankings, of course, Akasha Arobo, currently the world number 429, reached a career high of 282 earlier this season. Alyssa Ahn, 21-8 in pro action. She's cracked the top 750. They've got high aspirations. Ahn, of course, going to join Stanford in the fall. For an Arobo who appears to be turning pro. Boy, what a catalyst it would be to get the opportunity to compete in your first U.S. Open in your first full season on the job. Arobo out in front, 1-love.
Akasha Urhobo to serve.
Everything's safer right now for Arobo. Doesn't mean it's less effective, but it's just bigger targets. It's not the line. It's the outer third. It's not off the baseline, but it's good depth. I don't know if Alyssa Ahn's missed a defensive bump lob yet today, and yet.
31.
Again, Arobo. It's just, this is her best tennis. She does it again. And the roar from Arobo as well. It's just such a smart start. So impressed.
40-15.
Found some sort of form here. The top seed to start the decider. Game point chances for Two Love.
Game Urhobo.
Appeals to the chair, but the chair confirms. So Arobo, the fast start for Two Love in the decider. Question here, can Alyssa Ahn disrupt the rhythm, or will Arobo find a way to keep her foot on the gas pedal? One of our semifinals already set again. Iyengar versus Pareja, each of them through in straight sets in today's quarterfinal bouts.
Game on. Urhobo leads 2-1 final set.
Perfect response, Alyssa on the fast hold to get on the board. Still, it's top seed Akasha Arobo off to the early break. 2-1 lead, deciding set. We know the tempo. Rhythm's been established again. How consistent? How consistent can top seed Akasha Arobo be here in the decider? How many first serves can Alyssa on land? Because when she's landing first serves, she's playing the inside-out forehand, when she's has the opportunity to be on the front foot. She's been plenty successful. Again, it's the defense tonight that's been so impressive.
Time. 15.
If you've learned anything from the first 2 sets, it's that no lead is ever safe. Oh, needed that bounce. Top seed gets a little lucky. Break point chances coming up for On. Just when you thought top seed Akasha Arobo found something with those first 2 games. Another swing of the pendulum back in the favor of On. Break point number 2 coming up. Break back for Alyssa On. Back on serve. 2-all.
2 games out.
Yeah, that'll work. Well, then she does that. And again, this is why covering an event like this is so exciting, because you just get to see glimpses of what the future might hold. And the firepower is just undeniable. But again, you let Alyssa On play on the front foot. She's going to give you some depth as well. She can step into that forehand. It is a weapon. Chair umpire correcting the call of Alyssa on. It came a little late. I think more than anything, that was Arobo's first contention. But the chair umpire with the overrule. And again, far baseline, this view, your guess is as good as mine. You hear the roar from on as well. The response right back to the line after the overrule. No lapse in focus. A massive 30-all moment in this match. Stop it. Oh no, double bounce called. Oh. And Alyssa on is furious. We have a replay. Let's check it out. One. Oh. So close. Chair umpire's view much better than our own. But a moment to keep in mind. The drop volley off, or drop shot really off the racket of Arobo. Did Alyssa on track that one down? For what it's worth, there's no doubt in my mind Arobo would have had some sort of shot at a response, but all right. Alyssa on's mind, 2 tough calls going against her this game. She faces a break point. And steps up with a big first serve. Little bit of a different tempo. Alyssa on dictating the terms of engagement. Boy, if she could maneuver out of this 2-all service game. Back to deuce we go. The story of this match. little slower, a little steadier. The backhand cross stays firing. No. Bailed down to the rally there, did Arobo. Once again, persistence from on, just steady depth. Breakpoint chance fought off.
Advantage, Urhobo.
You just never know. Never know what's coming back. A good first serve, a good +1 backhand, but the defense out of the corner from Akasha Arobo. Another breakpoint chance earned. Nope. Pushed it long. More of a counter-punching role. It's paid dividends in the deciding set. Can she maintain this sort of consistency? Another breakpoint chance coming up. Another remarkable response. Just decides to pull the trigger on that backhand line. When she does, it's special. Lasan's very good.
Urhobo.
Let's try again. This is the swing game. It is in it. Oop, my apologies. Another breakpoint chance fought off. No, had the forehand she wanted, but the patience pays off in a game point chance coming up. Pulls it wide. Alyssa on escapes with the hold, and for the first time in this deciding set, she's got herself a lead. 3-2 deciding set. Boy, what a back and forth battle. Wouldn't have it any other way. Alex Gruskin here again. It is quarterfinal Friday for the 2025 USTA Billie Jean King Girls 18s National Championship event. Again, 2 players already through to the semifinals. Second-seeded Julieta Pareja, a 6-3, 6-4 winner earlier today. And then Mai Iyengar, 3-3 winner earlier today as well. Those two will face off in tomorrow's semifinal. We're nearing 3 hours on the clock in this battle, and certainly, again, far too early to call this deciding set. Akasha Arobo came out just so focused. No unforced errors, mixing in drop shot, lob with just steady 3/4 pace. But some errors starting to work in. Alyssa on playing with some first ball aggression, finding first serves, changing up her targets. Leads to where we are now. Again, 3-2 here. Things starting to slip away here for the top seed. It's a credit to Alyssa on again, just in the fight every point. It's something. And yet, of course, there's the response.
15-all.
It's good. A break point chance for a fourth straight game here for Alyssa Ahn. She's moving, she's grooving, dipping the pass low. Finds the back of a line, and with it, a fourth straight game. Momentum belonging to Alyssa Ahn.
Ahn leads 4 games to 2 final set.
How does the #1 overall seed reset, refocus? Well, points like that'll help. Worth noting, this is officially our final quarterfinal match as through to the semifinals. 5th-seeded Alexis Nguyen, 6'4", 7'6". The rising senior grabs it. So 3 of our 4 spots now set. Who's going to grab the last of them? It was a 2-love lead in the deciding set for the top seed, Akasha Arobo. 4 straight games, though, for Alyssa Ahn. Oh no, a rare misfire forward. That inside out forehand's been, dare I say, her most potent shot today. Well, how about that? First one of those we've seen from On.
Here we go.
Showing off the toolkit. And the backhand's never in doubt. 2022 Girls 16's champion. Nothing she can do about that. It's just one of those special forehands off the racket of Arobo. What could our next twister turn possibly be? Wheels. Must have just caught the back of the line as well. The volley into the top of the net again, just asking all the right questions. A game point chance for final set separation. Five straight games. I'm stunned. The first two games were so good for Arobo, and yet Alyssa On, it's just showing off the complete nature of her game. In the corners, the serve +1. She's had to do a little bit of everything. She has today. As another plane roars overhead, it is Alyssa On, a game away from the semifinals. Of course, coming up after this one, Girls 16's action. Should have that actually pretty quickly after this on a separate stream here on our Cracked Racquets YouTube channel. So make sure you click that subscribe button to get a notification as soon as we get rolling. Again, winner of this one to face 5th-seeded Alexis Wynn in tomorrow's semifinals. All the momentum right now with 7th-seeded Alyssa On in that pivotal 2-all service game. Got overruled on the baseline for 15-30. Got called for a double bounce on what was a darn close track down to set up another breakpoint chance for Arobo, and yet she found the hold. She hasn't looked back. She is a game away from the upset. Just too many of those today for Arobo. Another one. Well, that's better. It's still in her. Has that ability to be so aggressive. Get hot real fast. Oh, no.
1540.
Oh, stop. Oh. That sort of drop shot to fight off match point. Come on. A brilliant way to fight off 2 match points. Some sensational offense off the racket of top seed Akasha Arobo. Can she sustain it?
Advantage on.
And yet, after 2 moments of brilliance, another error leaks in, so it's match point number 3 coming up. It's another successful foray forward, another match point fought off. Never say never. If you joined our coverage yesterday of Hannah Arald's 3-set victory over top seed Carlota Moreno in the 16s, Arald was down 5-2. Ripped off 5 straight games. She too fighting off match points to knock off the top seed. And now she's got a game point.
Deuce.
Again, the unforced error count, it's too high today. I don't know how any other way to put it. The opportunities have certainly been there many times for Arobo. How many deuce games have we had this match? Multi-deuce games. Backhand leaks wide. It's match point number 4 coming up.
Deuce.
Another one. Well, that one she makes look so easy.
Advantage Urhobo.
Game point chance coming up for Akasha Arobo. Leaks wide. 4 match points fought off. Top seed Akasha Arobo asks a question. But here we go, Alyssa on. The recent graduate, the soon-to-be Stanford Cardinal. The 18-year-old will serve for the match. Now we're talking. This is the sort of tennis you expect to see. Backs up against the wall, pressure turned on. And the best juniors in the world bringing their best.
Very low.
The drop shot on point number 1. The first serve to the reliable spot into the forehand wing. Once again, Alyssa on 2 points away. Not yet.
30-15.
But that one leaks wide and long, so here we go. These ones are on serve. Match points 5 and potentially 6 coming up. As 7th seeded Alyssa On tries to close off the upset. The ace T does it. Alyssa On through to the semifinals. Apologies for the up. 6-3, she grabs it. From 2-love down in the deciding set. Just stop making unforced errors. And then the ace T to clinch it. Come on. So impressed by the level from the 18-year-old. Of course, heartbreak for 18-year-old Akasha Arobo. The current world number 421. Just, again, unfortunately didn't have her best today, and she needed it. All the questions asked by On, and certainly Arobo had her moments. The weapons, the firepower, the willingness to continue to push forward. The best version of Akasha Arobo is going to be a special tennis player. But today it's the steadiness, the consistency, the fight of Alyssa On. You saw it in so many different aspects of her victory today. 4-6, 6-4, 6-3. Alyssa On takes it. That'll do it for match number 1. Again, your girls 18 semifinals now set. It'll be Alyssa On versus Alexis Nguyen. Julieta Pareja versus Maya Iyengar for spots in our final. And remember what we're competing for championship weekend. In the singles draw, girls 18's champions going to the U.S. Open Women's Singles main draw. Finalists, the U.S. Open Women's Singles qualifying. 3rd through 5th place finishers. You're headed to New York to compete. It's the premier event on the American junior tennis calendar. You know, the stakes have to be raised. Again, semifinals now set. On versus Nguyen. Iyengar versus Pareja. That action tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time. We'll have one of those matches for you as our coverage continues, including coming up next. Semifinal action for the girls 16s. We'll have Paige Wygotsky taking on Elin Chen. That match coming up on a separate YouTube feed, so go hit that Cracked Rackets YouTube channel subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our coverage. A shout out as always to Daniel Westhoff, the team behind the scenes. A shout out, of course, as always, as well to all of you fans who tune in This is what this event deserves, this sort of spotlight, and we are proud to be able to show it to you. Again, coming up next, Wygotsky versus Chen. Don't go anywhere, folks. Our coverage of championship weekend rolls along. You're watching the 2025 USTA Billie Jean King Girls 16s and 18s National Championships exclusively here on the Cracked Racquets YouTube channel.